Hello guys, today we will be talking about the James Webb Space Telescope, which is undoubtedly the most exciting project ever built in space history. It's a joint project between NASA, the European Space Agency, and the Canadian Space Agency. It was launched in 2021. So if you liked the video, kindly do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like the video. James Webb Space Telescope was primarily named after James E. Webb, who worked as a second administrator at NASA from 1961 to 1968. The main purpose of the James Webb Space Telescope is to observe the universe in infrared lights, which a human eye cannot see. Its reason is that infrared light has a longer wavelength and can pass through objects in space blocked by visible light like gas and dust, so it will help scientists learn about objects beyond these clouds in our space. So, let's talk about the components and functions of the James Webb Space Telescope. Primary mirror. Its 18 hexagonal segments are made of metal beryllium and coated with gold to capture infrared light. Secondary mirror. Its function is to reflect the captured infrared light from the primary mirror to the scientific instrument. Multi-layer sun shield. 5 layers of Captain-E aluminum and doped silicon coating to protect and reflect the sun's heat into space. Spacecraft bus, which contains necessary types of equipment such as a computer. Earth-pointing antenna. Its function is to send science data back to Earth and receive commands from NASA. Solar power array, which produces electricity to power the observatory. Trim plate and ISIM. Launch date, December 25, 2021, total cost, $10 billion, primary mirror size, 6.5 meters, diameter, sunshield, 22 x 12 meters. Mass, 6,500 kilograms. James Webb Space Telescope will orbit the Sun around the second Lagrange point L2, which is primarily 1 million miles, 1.5 million kilometers, and it took just nearly 30 days to reach its destination, L2. Lagrange point L2. It's a spot in space near Earth that lies opposite the Sun. This spot and orbit allow just to stay in line with Earth as it orbits the Sun and is in a gravitationally stable location in space. The first image taken by the James Webb Space Telescope was of a star called HD 84406, and the picture was taken by a primary mirror composed of 18 hexagonal mirrors. That's why the resultant image consists of a mosaic of 18 scattered bright dots, stars. The James Webb Space Telescope has its own 4 scientific purposes to study and to observe. 1. First light and reionization. Round about 400 million years ago, the universe's dark ages end with the formation of the first generation of galaxies. These objects start emitting ultraviolet radiations that carve out the ionized regions around them. As a result of a sufficient number of the ionized regions formed, the ionization of the gas in the universe starts spreading rapidly until hydrogen becomes fully ionized. The time during which cosmic rays went from neutral to ionized, meaning that neutral hydrogen was reionized by radiations of the first generations of galaxies, is known as the epoch of reionization. 2. Assembly of galaxies. JWST will help scientists to figure out how matter is organized in gigantic scales, which we know as galaxies, in spiral and elliptical shapes, and how they evolved over billions of years to form these shapes. One of the just goals is to look at the earliest galaxies to understand that evolution. Birth of stars and other system. Majority of stars are born inside great clouds of gas and dust, called nebulas. The process begins when a nebula starts shrinking. As a result, it gets hotter and hotter until it reaches its core temperature of 18 million Fahrenheit. As a result of this temperature, massive explosion takes place and a new star is born. And as a star is born, they are hidden inside their cocoons of dust and gas, which visible light cannot penetrate, but they emit infrared light that passes through the dust and gas clouds, and can be seen with infrared telescopes, and this is where James Webb Space Telescope comes to play its role.